guys, welcome back to Shortcut to Sound Effects. This is Chris Bombasili and I'm with Anthony Bruno.
Oh, hello!
And in this episode, I'm going to show you guys how I get my door squeaks. Now, any sound designer worth his weight in salt loves the sound of a good door creaking. Because I mean, every time I've ever looked for a quality door creaking, it was just, I couldn't get what I wanted. So I eventually ended up recording my own. And this particular door that's in my house has a special ability to make really, really good and long door creaks. And the reason is because I've had this thing on here for a couple of years. And what all these splitters did was basically put a lot of weight on it and warp the hinges over time, just a little bit. Now, the reason why I know that this door sounds the way it does is because of those sweaters putting the weight on it. But you could try something like heavy blankets or even just pulling on the door yourself or pushing the door up. And it depends on what kind of hinges you have. This is an older door, it's also hollow, it's not a solid core door. And the hinges are, there's just two hinges and they're old and they're kind of rusty and they've been painted over so many times, so they're just perfectly ideal for what we're doing here. If you have like a brand new door with new hinges, it's probably not going to work. So the first thing I want to do when I'm recording the door like this is actually open and close the door and figure out where the sound is emanating from at its best, where it's going to sound best. So let's go ahead and give this a trial run. That's the good stuff. So the sound is not coming from the top hinge, it's actually coming from the bottom one. And the hinge is on the other side of the door. So I know that the sound is probably going to be best on the other side. However, since it's a tight spot, it's going to be tough for us to get the mic in there and the camera and all that. So we'll go ahead and just mic it right here. And I'm pretty sure we'll still get a good sound. So now we're going to go ahead and record this thing. And I have my iPad with the iRig Pre. And for this particular sound, I do want to get a good quality recording that captures all the quietness and the intimate details of this sound because it's such a soft sound. There's no attack to it. So I am using a higher end condenser microphone for this particular sound. So let's go ahead and hit record and give it a shot. Is that enough? Do we need more? It's just such a beautiful sound that I don't want to stop right now. So for you to get that kind of sound, you kind of have to experiment with it and find the sweet spot. As you've seen, I didn't close the door all the way because I know where the sweet spot is. The sweet spot is about right here. So you're gonna have to just really focus in on where that squeak or the creak starts coming in and just go really slow and find out where the best spot for that is. And like I said, you could try pushing the door like this, or you could put weight on it, to kind of get the hinges to sit differently, and maybe you'll get that squeak. Or you could try stuffing something inside the hinges to make it actually put pressure on the metal contact between the different parts of it and make the creak happen. So yeah, you heard that sound. It's pretty cool. So yeah, you could experiment with your own door and see what kind of sounds you could get out of it. With these particular sounds, you could shorten them, fade them in and out. You could even speed them up or slow them down, even if if that wasn't slow enough for you. So you could customize those sounds to whatever needs you have on whatever project you're working on. And we are going to give you these files for free, so just click the link and you'll get them in WAV or MP3. We're recording at 48K 24-bit, so they're high quality. And that's it for this episode of Shortcut to Sound Effects. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one.